So from any sources, if A sine alpha is equal to the wavelength, and let's go back and just digress for a second, we never gave the wavelength here. We gave you the speed of propagation and the frequency, right? How's lambda related to those things?
It's C equal wavelength times frequency.
Yeah, you got it. So lambda is C over frequency. And you think of this as how many meters the thing moves in a second, divided by how many cycles there are in a second. It gives you how many meters there are in a cycle. Okay? And you really do want to completely understand this, because it's difficult to remember if it's lambda equals C over F or F over C, or if F is C over lambda or lambda over C or lambda times C. You know, the relationships are so simple that nobody in their right mind can remember them. Okay? Now, if you're just completely crazy and have like a photogenic memory, photographic memory, photogenic memory, that'd be a memory that looks good on camera. Okay, I know what words mean, I just never know what words are going to come out. Okay, I don't know, maybe y'all do have photogenic memories. Some of you might. Not sure how you'd prove that or capture it, but okay, well, enough of that digression. Okay, so if there are many sources, if you have this, then everything's in phase. Okay? Otherwise, either 180 degrees out, meaning 180 degrees out of phase, but I don't have room to write all that, okay? Or random. Now that requires a little proof and a little argument, but it's intuitively kind of obvious, okay? So if you go with intuition, you're on thin ice, but you'll actually survive it because the intuition will be, it is provable, okay? At least in the limit as lambda approaches 0, okay? And this is very much related to the difference between light traveling through 2 slits in a barrier and light traveling through a diffraction grating where you might have 30,000 slits in a centimeter. You know, a plain light wave comes upon a barrier with slits in it. Okay? If you have just 2 slits, and we'll be able to do this with visible slits, okay? It'll separate the light into light and dark bands out at a distance corresponding to constructive and destructive interference, to being in phase or 100 versus 180 degrees out of phase and everything in between. If you have many slits, then what's going to happen is you're only going to reinforce wavelengths very close, or it's only going to reinforce at angles very close to this condition. Okay? It's going to pretty much become completely random anyplace else, and you're going to get a more distinct pattern. You won't know what that is till we see it, but it only takes a minute to set it up and you'll see it quickly. So you want to understand this model, okay? And this is also a model that's an embodiment Huygens principle. So we're going to go on and see how that relates.